Sanjay on the show with us. Sanjay, hi, morning. Great to have you on the show. And, you've announced strengthening of your new management, the leadership by appointing Abhishek Navani as the CEO of the manufacturing unit. Tell us, how is it that you think that these strategic appointments will help strengthen the company going forward?
Good morning. Firstly, thank you for having me over. Uh, Manufacturing segment for us about 5 years back was doing about 285 crores of revenue, and today, in 4 5 years, it actually has gone to about 800 crore. Plus, a recently acquired Net Gallery is doing about 260 odd crores. It's a close to 1100 crore a segment of PDS. It was incurring about 100 crore losses 4 5 years back, and today it is closer to 50 crore, taking Net Gallery into account. So we've come a long way over the last 4 5 years, and we believe it had come to a stage wherein we took a decision to appoint independent CEO under PDS. The gentleman Abhishek Navani, on one hand, brings good experience of having worked with retailers, global leading retailers, and at the same time, very renowned manufacturing companies. So, what is the inspiration? Now we want to take it to next level. Number one, in terms of customer engagement, can we try and get more and more fashion customers, larger retailers, so that I can derive better profitability out of current operations? Secondly, we want to synergize at the back end. These are three independent factories, two in Bangladesh, one in Tirupur, and but at the back end there should be synergies possible. We are foreseeing that from about, as I said, 280 crores to 1100 crore, can we potentially double in about 5 years to close to about 2000 crore, and then there's a profitability as well from current level of about 4% PAT margin, can we double up to 7 8%. This will come through combination of, as I said, better customers, better realization, cost synergies, and lastly and very importantly, PDS would carefully curate expanding, in a very selective form, a possibility of a manufacturing a small stake in Egypt or in Latin America, so that it kind of covers our global footprint. PDS will also explore strategic tie-ups. We, as you know, on the whole have about 20,000 crore annual order book. So therefore, our ability to channelize orders into various manufacturings, wherein we may do strategic partnerships in different countries. So these are some 3 4 motivations, and we felt that running this independently under PDS, under a good CEO, could enable us unleash that potential.
Right. Sanjay, before I move forward on, what exactly is the strategic thinking and where, the company wants to move forward, I want to address the global businesses or the global countries which you do businesses with. Because of the unrest currently in Bangladesh, tell me, how exactly is business getting impacted?
The customers are keeping a close watch on situation in Bangladesh, and today Bangladesh ready-made garment exports are about $55 billion. And China is almost 5 times of that. So Bangladesh today does cater to a key part of requirement of the customers, and the country has witnessed on 2 3 occasion disruption, political disruption in the last 2 years or so. But the RMG activity has largely remained insulated, from these disruptions. And if I talk about my two factories in Bangladesh, we are full quarter 3, we are full quarter 4. In fact, we are booking in orders for the first quarter of next year. The labor availability, the labor attendance is well within the industry norms. So as of now, on-ground activity is stable, but the customers are keeping a watch. So therefore, one expect that in the near term, one may not see incremental order deployment going towards Bangladesh. Customer may explore alternate geographies as well. So I think all eyes are on the elections sometime in February and see what is the outcome of that. But for now, if our factories order fulfillment, also the on-ground activity are any indicator, then the textile garment sector is totally devoid of the political disturbances.
Interesting. Sanjay, morning. This is Harsh here. Sanjay, with regard to management time, what does this new CEO do for you? Does it free up time for the management to focus on the larger efficiency building which you are undertaking within the company? And what's the thought process behind bringing him in? Is it to free up management bandwidth? Is that the thought process? And how quickly will you quantify the success of bringing him in?
So Abhishek Navani has been in the system for last close to 4 years, and we had a partnership with Haynes, wherein he was leading our sourcing as a service business in Bangladesh. Then he led uh, the efforts to support customer in terms of sourcing from India. So he's been an insider, and yes, it does free up the management bandwidth. Having traveled the distance over the last 4 5 years, which I mentioned in response to first question, we believe there is significant potential ahead, and therefore having an independent CEO, of course reporting into me and the promoters and the board of course as well, would surely free up bandwidth to kind of channelize energy on the larger, as you know, PDS every year keep adding one line of activity to suites of services to serve our customers better. It definitely kind of spares the management bandwidth, because we are wanting to double up our own company on the whole, and manufacturing being just one segment or so.
Hmm. Uh, Sanjay, how should one look at the European market and the US market currently? There's just so much happening around geopolitics. You've spoken about supply side factors which are playing out in Bangladesh. Talk to us about demand side factors and the tariff and deglobalization which is playing out. Of course, the India UK FTA should add more legs to your numbers coming out of the UK. Is that likely? Will the mix shift more towards the UK? Your predominant mix is the UK. Is the UK market the larger focus, or will you shift focus towards the US? How does it play out?
I think what happens on India US tariff is anybody's guess. So, you and I really can't predict the outcome of that. But in fact, it is linked to also your previous question that India is emerging, as a favored destination for sourcing by the leading retailers. The FTA is a big boost in that direction as well. So PDS, in terms of its overall strategic priorities, is going to focus a lot on channelizing, more offtake from India for our retail customers. That's why 6 months back we went ahead and did the acquisition of Knit Gallery. That's number one. And the demand outlook at present is a bit subdued. While our order book at the end of September quarter was about 15% up, the trend continues now as well. But at the same time, there is a slow offtake by the customers. The orders are confirmed, but the offtake is slow. The customers are keeping a watch on the inventory position. I think somewhere this is bottoming out. Early part of next year, one should start seeing more and more traction building up. But for us, US has been an important priority. Our sales to US has grown 25% in the first 6 months. Its share used to be 12-13% of our total offering about 4 5 years back. Today it is 19%. So PDS would like to feed into our US customers from Bangladesh, from China, given our global footprint from Sri Lanka, from Turkey, as I said earlier, we are carefully looking at strategic cooperation with factories in Egypt and Latin America. So, therefore, notwithstanding the at present subdued demand, our medium horizon, US continues to be an important market. And lastly, UK and Europe, as you know, have been almost three-fourths of our top line. We are already present with important and key customers. There, our strategy is that we should grow larger share of wallet. In fact, notwithstanding subdued UK European market, our sales from UK were 30% up. So by offering more services like home, textile, by expanding more categories, PDS wants to stay ahead in terms of larger share of wallet of the customers in our UK and European markets.
Right, interesting. Well, then, great to have you on the show, Sanjay. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Have a good day, both of you.